Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the top 4 reasons why daytime senior care and activities is a must. This is great if you're caring for your mom, your dad, your spouse, or a loved one, or you just know someone that may be or you might be one day. This is great. So number 1, reduce isolation and loneliness. Number 2, improve socialization. Number 3, to avoid caregiver burnout. And number 4 is to increase your nutrition intake. Here's some interesting stats though. So, the reason why these 4 things are important, they're really backed by some just incredible findings that were done by some studies. So check this out. Did you know that social isolation can have as large of an effect on mortality risk as obesity, as smoking, and as high blood pressure? Not to mention that 29% increased risk of mortality over time because of someone who's at home isolated. They're disengaged, they're withdrawn from their peer groups, from their friends. So another thing it's an incredible point is by improving socialization, check this out, there's a 70% reduction in the cognitive decline by those who are frequently socially active, that are constantly or frequently engaged, connected, and have meaningful relationships, and they're a part of that social activity. And then also there's a 40% reduced risk of developing dementia if you're socially engaged. So these are incredible statistics, and it just goes to show the power of being connected with other people and the power of socialization. So number 3 is to avoid caregiver burnout. It's so important that 60% increase in mortality rate in caregivers experiencing significant emotional stress from caregiving. So caregiving can have a drastic effect on your health. So whether you're caring for your mom or your dad, and it's just completely stressing you out, you're trying to maintain the house with your kids, you're trying to take care of your mom and your dad, and you're also trying to manage that relationship with your husband and your spouse. There's a lot of stuff going on, and caregiver burnout is real, and it is something that you need to consider. And so trying to find ways to avoid that, to get those respites that make it a little bit easier, to give you some breathing room, is important. Number 4, this is one of those things that this is why being around a group of people is so important, is to increase the nutritional intake. Check this out. This is an incredible stat. 50% more food intake when people eat among company in a social setting versus those who are isolated. So there's a 50% greater intake of nutritional food when you're amongst peers. So if your loved one is at home suffering, from maybe they're eating like a bird, they're just eating a couple things off their plate, but they're not getting the nutrition they need to keep them strong and healthy and safe. It is possible that being in a setting like a daytime senior care and activities program, they're around peers, they're around friends, they're around other people that are eating their meals, and there's a 50% the higher amount of food intake that is likely if they're in that environment. Not to mention that 83% of those over the age of 65 are at risk for malnutrition. So making sure that could be anything from maybe their home is not stocked properly, they have expired foods, maybe they don't know how to cook nutritionally for themselves, they don't have a balanced diet, whatever the case may be, maybe it's just not regular, whatever the case may be, is at least in this environment, it is structured, it is a structured meal that's approved by a dietitian on a daily basis, so you're getting a healthy nutritional meal every day. So these are 4 really good reasons why someone should be in a daytime senior care and activities program. Even if you have home care, maybe even if you're in an assisted living facility, if you find that your loved one is isolated, if they're lonely, if they're by themselves a lot, this is a great way to help them get out of that funk, to give them something to look forward to and a reason to live and a reason to continue enjoying their days while they're here with us. So if you have any questions, my name is Chris Chan. I'm the owner of Chelsea Place Senior Care and your host of Senior Source TV. If you have any questions for us, we're here to help. Please let us know, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Give us a call, click the link below, whatever it may be. We just love helping people, and we love helping our senior population and their families. So thank you so much, and have a great day.